subscribe us by pressing the bell button for more updates.
Hello GPAT aspirant. Today I am discussing with you about admit card, self-declaration and for physically handicapped student what kind of documents is needed for the GPAT 2020 examination. I'm getting several messages and lots of rumors are spreading in the market about the self-declaration specifically. So this is my kind of request to all the GPAT aspirants that they must watch my lecture till the end, and I hope that your all doubts will be clear. First, I would like to discuss with you what kind of things which you need to carry at the examination center. So, number one, water bottle. Means these are the permissible. Okay, it is not mandatory that you must carry it, but it is summer time. Sometime during examination, you feel panicness. So, taking a sip of the water, it will make you calm, cool, and relax. So, it is a you can carry the water bottle inside the examination hall. Second thing is that you can also carry hand sanitizer. Okay, for your own precaution and safety, they have mentioned that you can carry hand sanitizer. Okay, the next is a pen. Okay, any pen you can carry, and this pen is required if you are doing any kind of a calculation over there. Okay, for that pen is needed. Even you need to give your attendance over there. You need to sign the sheets over there. For that purpose, pen is needed. The next one is mask and hand gloves they have mentioned. So again, both are the precautionary thing. You should purchase the gloves of high quality because sometimes perspiration occurs inside the gloves, and that perspiration makes you discomfortable. So whether to wear the gloves inside the hall or not, it's up to you. But you must carry mask and gloves with you. Then yes, you must carry the admit card with self-declaration. On the next coming slide, I'll discuss about the self-declaration admit card. I think that you already had downloaded from the NTF site. Additional passport photo they also mention over there. Okay, so one passport photo is needed on the declaration. One passport photo is needed for the attendance, and hence I'll recommend to you that minimum two are really needed over there, but additionally you can carry one photo. So three minimum passport size photo must be with you. Okay, anyone original identity proof you must carry. So anyone, okay, not all. So you must have Aadhaar card. If you have Aadhaar card, you can carry Aadhaar card. If you have the driving license, you can opt that one. If you have Election Commission of India election card, okay, you can carry that one. If you have the PAN card, you can carry that one. If you have the passport, you can carry that one. So any one of the document, original document, they specifically mention over there. And they also mentioned that sometimes students used to show that yes they have the PAN card but it is in mobile, so such kind of things are not allowed. Okay, so before examination you must pack this 5 to 6 thing, okay, which I have mentioned earlier. So and from identity proof, any one identity proof you must carry, either Aadhaar, okay, Aadhaar, PAN, then license, motor vehicle license, election card, and passport. Anyone, okay, I'm repeating again. For physically handicapped student, they must carry their physically handicapped certificate, original one again, okay, it should be original, which is issued by the government, okay, it may be issued by your state government, okay. So it is mandatory for physically handicapped student that whatever the certificate of physical handicappedness they have, they must carry that certificate at the time of examination. This instruction, this certificate is only mandatory for physically handicapped. There is a lots of misunderstanding and rumors about the undertaking. So on admit card, they themselves have given self-declaration plus undertaking. Okay. So of course you are taking this color print of. I will recommend that you must carry the color print of this admit card. Okay. And on admit card, they themselves mention self-declaration undertaking. For example, here I'm quoting the example of one of my student, Anushka. So, so of course, no need to check any one of this box because you are not suffering from fever, cough, breathlessness, sore throat. No need to check. Then they're saying that you must click on those points whichever is applicable. So I hope that nobody is suffering from COVID who are listening to me. So they said that in last 14 days you are not suffering from any of the symptom. So no need to check on anybody, any boxes. They also, you are also declaring over here in undertaking that you are not in close contact with any COVID patient. So no need to check yes over here. You have not been in close contact with a person suffering from COVID-19 and not under the mandatory requirement. No need to check over here. And you have not traveled to any other cities. So no need to mention the name of any cities because you already at your city. Okay. So no need to mention the any city name over here because I know that you are not traveling to any city in last 15 days before reaching to the examination center. Okay. So you must keep this as it is. Okay. Then you before entering into the examination hall or from home, you can say that you must stick your photo over here. Okay, this one photo you may be needed. Second photo you also needed for the attendance purpose. Here left hand thumb you have to put over here, left hand thumb. And no need to you must sign over here in presence of supervisor. So you should sign on this box after entering into the exam. But at home you can stick your photo. At home you can use the left hand thumb over here. Okay, and you should sign this one in front of the examiner or supervisor in the at the examination. Okay. So this itself is a declaration certificate over here. And lots of rumors are there. So additionally I also prepared one more self declaration where I put the name of also put the signature of your father. Okay. So this three pages you must carry with you. Okay. And other additional undertaking, this is I have prepared. Okay. And I'm in the link of this video you'll find the word file of this one. So here I mentioned that self declaration, this additional self declaration for safety purpose, I'm putting over here. Name of candidate, roll number, application number, examination center number, examination date you have to mention. Here you have to say that I am Anushka Bakore, your name. Okay. Resident of this your city. Do hereby declare that same thing. Okay. I acknowledge that all the information given above is accurate and correct. Date. Okay. Your signature, name and your signature, and here also mention the name and signature of your parent, your father's or mother. So this is the additional self declaration. For safety purpose you must carry with you, otherwise undertaking it is already mentioned on the admit card. But I'll recommend that along with that admit card you must also carry this self declaration from your side. This is a format which I have prepared. Okay. And I'm attaching this format into the comment box, into the link box. Okay, you can download from there. Now rumors are about about a physical handicap. Now I'm talking about a physical handicap. So if someone is not having a problem in hand, or if someone is not having the hands, so such kind of students they are unable to give the examination, isn't it? So if someone need the writer, if someone need the helper for appearing in the examination, such kind of a physically handicapped student need to fill this two form, Annexure 2 and Annexure 3. I'm repeating again, if you don't have any problem with your hand, if you can easily appear for the examination and you are physically handicapped and you don't need any writer, in that case no need to fill Annexure 2 and Annexure 3. Is it okay? I'm repeating again. If you are physically handicapped, I'm repeating again, this is only for physically handicapped. And second terms and condition is that if physically handicapped is having some sort of problem in his hand or her hand, and because of that one, if he or she is not able to give the examination because of problems in the hands, so such kind of people they can take the help of writer or third person. and the third person or writer is called as a scribe. So here you need to mention so this is certificate regarding physical limitation to write in examination. It means that physically handicapped person is unable to give the examination because some sort of problems are there in his hand. So you have to mention the certificate number and physical handicap certificate number, date of certificate, physical handicap certificate, your name, age, your son, your father's name, okay, your residential address, your photo, your GPAD application number here, okay, has a following disability, name of disability, percentage in words, okay, and here you have to check on the disability which you have. Here they have clearly mentioned that this is to further certify that he she has physical limitation which hampers he she writing capabilities to write the examination owing to his or her disability. Okay, that, and here name and signature of medical chief medical officer civil surgeon, means you must issue the certificate from medical officer. Okay, here your signature and name is not there. Here the name and signature of medical officer will come. Okay, and okay, this is your form, and here this is a answer 3 is for the writer or subscriber, sorry, scriber. Okay, so scriber means what? This is a person who will be you both will be sitting over there and you'll be telling him that yes, A is answer, B is answer, and accordingly he'll click on that one. So he's helper for you, and here you have to fill the information. That means I means your name or candidate with name of disability, means whatever disability which have appearing for the GPAT 2020 examination, bearing roll number this one at this center, in the district, name of district over here, state, your qualification is. I do here state that whatever the name of scribe will provide the service of scribe assistant understand for examination. I do here undertake that his qualification is, and his qualification should not be the B form. Okay, he should be from different field. Okay, so I'm repeating again. For example, here you have to mention your name of physical handicapped person. I, Mr. This a candidate with name of physical disability appearing for GPAT 2020 examination, roll number which is mentioned on admit card, at this Jalgaon, Bhusawal, whatever the name of examination center, in the district, name of the district, name of state, and your qualification is B form appearing. Okay, I do here state that here the name of scribe will come. Okay, I do here state that Mr. This will provide the service of exam. I do here undertake that his qualification is whatever his qualification. I further certify that the scribe whose photograph and particulars are mentioned below is not COVID positive and certificate to his effect from the computer method is enclosed to this letter. Then you have to mention the name, place, date, photograph of the scribe. Okay, here physically handicapped person signature, and here a photo of scribe, name of scribe, his ID means what? Aadhaar card, whatever the Aadhaar card, whatever he or she is having, and the number of that Aadhaar card or driving license, whatever it may be having. And in this way, if you need any kind of assistance and if you are physically handicapped, in that case only you need this two certificate. Otherwise, I'm clearing again that if you are physically handicapped and if you're capable for giving examination, no need of Annexure 2 and Annexure 3. I hope that I have cleared your doubts, and if you do have any other doubts, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much.
Subscribe us by pressing the bell button for more updates.